We just see that since he took over, that they, even in the early stages, that they played as a team. Not always. It is not consistent enough yet to really compete for the league. I think at this moment of time, hopefully soon. But you can see that they play for each other, that they play for the coach, and they're worthy champions. Yeah.
Listen, what I liked about today from an Arsenal perspective, they started the game, they were second best. They got pinned back. Tactically, they seemed a bit all over the place. He worked it out. In terms of tactical awareness, as a manager today, he worked it out. And it wasn't anything intricate. It wasn't about shuffling the pack, etc., formations or anything like that. It was getting the ball.
Hey, by the way, what about that man, David Luiz?
Yeah, redemption for that man. Redemption. He'll be sitting there thinking, I've got Frank Lampard, let me go. This was a massive moment for him. But just back to Arteta, I think that it was a simple tweak to what he done. Get the ball from back to front quick in the area where Aubameyang plays. They never Chelsea players.
Difference after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you think that it was his call that he changed something tactically?
100%, because every time Tierney got on the ball, David Luiz got on the ball, they looked for that pass. And the centre backs, which I worry about for Chelsea, and that man Frank Lampard in the picture before will have to address. They never come to terms with that all game, and I didn't see that being an intricate problem for a centre back to work out. It was shifting your body position, knowing that ball's coming and who you're playing against, and they never worked it out all game.
It was a clear shift. I imagine it would be easier in these conditions where there's no crowd. I mean, it was clearly, like Rio said, Tierney, Luiz were getting on it. Aubameyang got on his bike. Again, from Chelsea's perspective and Frank's perspective, it was clear today that the centre-halves needed to deal with the pace a little bit better. The balls over the top caused them a problem, and he never got to grips with it.
OK, well, let's hear from the man who scored the goals, the man that Arsenal have to keep. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's talking to Des.
What a wonderful afternoon for you. Congratulations, and a well-deserved win, do you think?
Thank you very much.
Deserved the win?
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone gave their best today from the team, and yeah, we deserve it. The journey has been long, but I think today we enjoy this great game.
Arsenal love this competition.
Yeah.
What an evening for you as well, of course, to see two goals.
Yeah, great evening. I will enjoy all night for sure.
And that second goal, a lovely finish.
Yes, thank you very much. I think I had this inspiration to go. I know well Zuma. He knows that I'm right-footed. So that time I said, okay, I'll go on my left, and that's it.
2 in the semi-final, 2 in the final, but it was a poor start in many respects, wasn't it? You had to fight back.
Yeah, I think so. It was a poor start, but then I think everyone's reacted with a good attitude, and yeah, we did it.
And you look back at the season now, no golden boot, you went very close. Much more satisfying, I imagine, to have an FA Cup winner's boot.
Yeah, of course, I take it, and I'm so happy for the team and for the boys.
Well, speaking of the team and of the boys, what happens with you now? What are your plans? Your plans here? You stay with Arsenal?
I'm really not thinking about this. I just want to enjoy with the guys and take the trophy now.
When will you start that?
Thank you.
All the best.
Hey, he doesn't want to talk about it. We definitely do.
That says he's gone. To me, that says to me, I just feel like either there's been no negotiations up until now, or which I don't believe that. I feel there would definitely have been negotiations, or he's already decided that I'm going to go. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy this moment with my teammates, and I don't want to talk about the future.
But we hear players talk like that all the time.
No, but if I'm just thinking about it from my own perspective, if I'm committed to the club and I know I'm staying, this is a moment for me to go, you know what, I'm going to get it sorted out. It's not done yet, but I'm going to try and get it sorted out here, guys. But I'm going to enjoy today. That spoke to me like someone, he won't thank me for saying it, but it sounds like someone who is already looking to go elsewhere. And Arsenal need to do all they can to get this guy to stay. 70 goals in 109 appearances says it all. And the way he finished today, wow, we'll talk about it in a minute, but Jesus, it was unbelievable.
He's just playing the game though, isn't he? If he stands here today and says, yeah, I really want to stay, that probably knocks a few zeros off the contract. So you play hardball, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, Rio's right. I mean, he had the perfect opportunities. He's never going to be as high as this. He just scored 2 goals and won the FA Cup final. He could have committed to the club. He didn't. For me, if the big boys in Europe come in for me, which they will be looking at, for someone who can run like him and score goals like him, he's so hard to find now in Europe. So if the big boys, your Barca's, your Reals, your Bayern Munich's want him, But if not, he's got a home here. The fans love him, the players love him, and, you know, he's got a decision to make. 60
goals in the last 2 seasons for Arsenal. First of all, what do you think it would cost to replace him in terms of a transfer fee?
Yeah, we talked about it before. These days, if you would have to buy a similar player, you're talking about 70, 80 million plus wages.
And the rest.
Good luck, huh?
And the rest, I reckon, even more to replace him. He's going to £100 million you have to get to replace that.
Yeah, he's a world-class player. Yeah.
So you don't find them, though.
So you pay the money, right? You find the wages if you're Arsenal, no?
I would think so. Well, if you have it, yeah.
Maybe without Champions League football,
it's not only about the money here, guys. It is about the total picture. It is about he would like to know as well if Arsenal's buying, for example. Who are they buying? Are they buying players who can feed him, etc. So it's not only that.
And the other part of that, I said that interview said to me he's going, but it could also be a tactic from him and his management that I'm going to look like I'm not sure. I've got other irons and other fires. I could be looking to go elsewhere. So now Arsenal have to make their move properly and come with more of a package. But
you
I agree with,
said as well
Robin.
before during the game. You said as well that he looks at home.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I think he's found somewhere that is his home. The people love him. The Arsenal fans absolutely adore him, and there's obvious reasons why. Is he going to find that elsewhere at this stage of his career? He's 31 years old. And like Joe said, unless he goes to Barca, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or one of them, PSG maybe, I think he has to stay.
At this stage of his career, he needs to play wherever he goes.
Yeah, I agree.
If I'm him, and the big boys come in, I'm leaving, because my ambition will be to try and win the big trophy. This is a fantastic trophy, and he deserves his moment. Look, different class.
Look, Joe.
But they all love him.
They love him.
I mean, that's worth his weight in gold. That will you find that to hold on to it?
Joe, Robin, do you risk leaving that where you know every player loves you here, the fans love you, you're the star man, you're the main man? Do you risk going elsewhere now at 31 years old?
It's a difficult choice to make, but like I said, you have to look at so many other things. I think with him, because these guys have money, they will not make a choice based on money. You know, they will make a choice based on the whole picture. And I think it all depends on what the board, what the coach says about players bringing in, because this is a Champions League player.
Robin, do you think if he stays at Arsenal, he has a chance to win the Premier League next year?
I'll answer that for him, because it's a hard question for him to answer. No.
Rio,
yes,
it's his job to answer our questions. There you go.
Why? Because I do believe in Mikel, and the coach is the real captain, you know, and the coach needs to express himself, and he's doing that. He's the boss. He's making his players play for him a little bit as well. He's making them run. Yeah. If you look at Ceballos, for example, he runs during a game.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll continue the conversation about the coach, about the players, about the future. But right now, Darren, in a way that we haven't seen before, it's time for them to lift that cup.
Well, this result caps an excellent 7 months in charge, doesn't it, for Mikel Arteta, a man who knows Arsenal and has ideas and plans to make them great again. Arteta's now a cup winner as a player and a manager with the club, and it's left to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to receive the trophy. Will it be his last act as an Arsenal player? We will wait and see, but he's been as important as anyone to them all season long, and that was no more clear than today when he scored the 2 goals for Arsenal, and he takes a hold of the famous trophy and he prepares to lift the cup for Arsenal. He joins the rest of his teammates. It's the moment that they dreamed about last night when they turned out the lights. Aubameyang lets go of the cup, which we don't see very often, so he'll put it back on the stand, and he'll try and do it again. It's the first thing that's gone wrong for him today. And there it is. It's 14 times and counting for the best FA Cup side of them all. The day belongs to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and to Arsenal.
I think they're just checking it's not dented, aren't they, gents?
Someone's got to tell him how to lift that trophy. They'll never take the base. Not that I'm like a person who's done it very often at all. But
says the only man here that didn't lift the FA.
Lift it by the handles.
Look at that. Right, let's just talk about the future for Arsenal very briefly. What are the key things that Mikel Arteta has to carry on working on to take them to the next level, Joe?
keep galvanising the group. They look like a group of players that want to play with each other, like what Robin says. I think the recruitment's vital. I think someone to play next to Ceballos in midfield. Get Ceballos again, whatever that costs. Keep Aubameyang, and just keep doing what he's doing. I've been so impressed with Arteta.
Listen, I think Arteta, he has to take huge credit. I mean, he's come in, he's had to really put his stamp on this team. Coming in during the season is never easy, but this guy has managed to pick up a trophy. That's what you say at top clubs. It's about picking up trophies. Each year, if you can get, no matter what it is, you try and get your name on a trophy, and he's done that today. He's carried on a great tradition at this football club. And I think Ceballos has to, I want to give him a huge mention, because I think he epitomises what Mikel Arteta is trying to put in place in this football club.
Reeve, what about the last 10 minutes when the ball's going out of play
he's
here,
tackling
he's tackled the board, he's chased it down, and that's a technician, and he's putting in that work for the team. Incredible.
Yeah. He brought the belief back. The belief is back with the fans, with the club, with the players. And Mikel did that. So great stuff, and I really hope they can crack on from here and really compete next year.
Do you think they will?
It's about, you have to do it every 3-4 days, and they do it now. They didn't do it every 3-4 days up until now, but you can see, you know, it is there. It is there.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's get straight down there and hear then from the Arsenal manager, Des. Robin, and the guys have just been talking about the fact that he brought the belief back, but now it's about doing it again and again.
Congratulations, Mikel. It's been a topsy-turvy season for everybody, but it's finished on a high for you tonight.
It's an incredible way to finish the season. It's been a really strange year. My first experience as a manager to come in the middle of December. All the issues we've been through with the virus, with the issues we had at the club, but I was brought here with the intention to bring the club back where it belongs, which is winning trophies. So thank you so much for the club for trusting in me, for those players to follow us the way they do, the spirit that they created, and obviously for the fans. They are the ones that we try to bring them joy. Thank you so much. We cannot enjoy here with them, but I think they will be proud of the team.
And you were skipper here when Arsenal won it in 2014. How does it compare, being the manager?
Does it mean a lot more? I think this is even better, because I know the context, I know the situation we had when I joined, so to turn the situation the other way around and see them, just those faces, make people happy, the staff, the effort they made, so this pays for all the moments that we suffer, so I am so happy.
Everyone played well, but Pierre-Emerick, we have to mention Aubameyang, because he delivers again, 2 in the semi, 2 in the final. He's a remarkable goal scorer.
Incredible. He's done an incredible season again. We're demanding a lot of work, because at the moment we need that in the team more than anything else, and we expect the top players to turn up on these big games, and he's done it twice, and he helped us massively to win the title.
And is he a player that you want to build this team around? Because everyone's discussing his future,
absolutely,
and he wasn't too happy to discuss it himself.
I am very positive. I had a conversation with him. I think he wants to stay, so let's try to get it done, and we can have over for a few more years.
And the added bonus, of course, you've got European football as well next season.
It's incredible. If somebody would tell me when I joined that we could go through this and just see the spirit in that dressing room with the staff and what we are creating, is the most proud that I am of.
And we saw the spirit, because it wasn't a great start. I mean, they cut you open straight through the middle. But that's the team.
But we reacted. We're never going to give up. This team never gives up. We have our positive and our things that we have to improve. Of course, we know that. But one thing that they have is that they have a big heart and they go for it.
And you got a yellow card as well. What was that for?
Yeah, we had a little one, part of the game. So I'm sorry for Antonio, but it's part of the game.
So no supporters here, no family, but there will be a time to celebrate.
Yeah, I miss my family so much. They've been all the way with me. And thank you as well. I have to thank you, Pep, in a very good way, because I'm a manager now. In big part, thanks for him. So I think I have to consider that as well.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's a nice touch, actually. It was exactly 12 months ago, wasn't it, that on this pitch it was Pep celebrating winning the trophy, and now that
he's classy. He's very classy.
Now that we've got this kind of slightly strange moment now, where I imagine if you're an Arsenal player, you're wondering sort of what to do. You can have your photos out on the pitch, but of course, as we all turn around and look behind us, what we're missing is the most important part of the whole day, which is the fans at this point. And I think we should spare a mention for those Arsenal fans who aren't able to be here today. And it does make it slightly strange for them.
You can do that, Rio. A mention for the Arsenal fans. Yeah. Come on.
No, listen, I think fans are a huge part of the game. They're a massive part of even why people play. You come to a stadium, you put your boots on, you get out on the pitch, and one of the things that is inspiring when you're out there are the fans, seeing the emotion that runs through people that are sitting and paying to watch you play. It's a beautiful part. The connectivity of the player to the fan is something that was probably undervalued before this period that we've come into, and I'm sure now people will never ever take that for granted.
Yeah, we can't take it for granted, like Rio said. When you go out there and you play these big games, where there was a moment before the game kicked off when as a player, that's a beautiful moment when you feel the crowd lift and the excitement, the energy, and it wasn't there. But these players done so well. The Arsenal players applied themselves, they're professional, they got the job done. Like the guy said, difficult 15 minutes after that, they controlled the game. And, you know, Arteta, we've got to give him so much credit, and he spoke so well there. You know, the little tip of his hat to Pep as well. You know, all these little things going on in his mind. It's a big day for him, you know, and just fantastic. And, you know, fair play to Arsenal Football Club.
Absolutely. The football, though, for Wembley isn't over this season, because there is more football live from here, remarkably, this weekend, and you can see it live here on BT Sport. The domestic season may well have finished as far as Chelsea and Arsenal are concerned, but for Harrogate Town and Notts County, the biggest game is still to come. They will face off, and the prize for the winner is a place in the Football League. And then, remarkably, on Wednesday, we're back on air again, our attention turning to the continental competitions. Manchester United hosting Lask in the Europa League, and then a double-header on Thursday as Rangers visit Leverkusen and Wolves host Olympiacos. Friday night sees the return of the Champions League as Manchester City look to book their place in Lisbon and the quarter-finals. They have a 2-1 first-leg advantage to defend against the newly crowned Spanish champions. So plenty still to come this season on BT Sport, and actually plenty still to come now. We're going to talk Chelsea. We're hopefully going to hear from Frank Lampard. We will also definitely discuss the refereeing performance as well after the break. There's lots to discuss, lots to talk about. Stay where you are on our coverage of the 2020 FA Cup final, which has just been lifted for a 14th time by Arsenal.